Hi, socialites. We're Tegan and Sara.
Hello, and we wanted to talk today a little bit about
Cats.
Our love of cats, specifically
Sara's cats.
my cats and my intense love for them. So there was two printed off photographs. I guess this is some of the socialites' favorites.
Yeah.
So we've got Holiday, my firstborn. As you can see, she's outrageously cute, and this is one of her favorite positions. It's a bit not safe for work, given that her tail resembles.
Yeah, they all know. You don't even have to. They're socialites. They understand.
They're socialites. I understand. And then we've got Mickey, which is my youngest, and he's a dum-dum, but we love him because look at that face. Look at this cuteness.
And if you really think they're that cute, you can check it out. We made pins.
Yeah, we did make pins because a lot of people were
Holiday and Mickey.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, how can we show our love and affection for your cats? They've actually become a little more popular than us. So
now we're using them.
Our job when we get off the road is songwriting, so we have to get into that rhythm. My cat's litter box. Yeah.
Speaking of your cat, oh my gosh! So this morning I was texting our mutual friend Leah, and she was like, "You've got to check out her cats on Instagram." So
this is hilarious.
I mean, he's sitting up there like an old man, kind of.
Looks like a grandpa.
I know. You know what it is? It's the breed. It's not anything. It's very specific to that breed. They like to sit on their butts, and they also stand up on their back feet. She's very strange. I love her. It's made touring a lot harder.
Oh my God, I can see Sarah's so sad. She misses her cat
How
so
do they
much.
stand up like that? I don't get it.
You can't know how excited I am that you're showing pictures of my cat on television. This
perfect.
This is a career highlight for me. Just
We
FYI.
love cats.
We actually sell Holiday.
Oh yeah, that's my other cat.
Yeah.
That's Mickey.
We sell pins of Holiday and Mickey at our show. So if anyone comes to see us play tonight in Houston, we actually have pins of Holiday.
Did you pose your cat in this position?
They just do this.
You've got to be kidding.
He's resting. He's only a year old, but he's exhausted.
That is hilarious. Well, listen, we're following you on Instagram.
Absolutely.
You two are so much fun to chat with.
Hey, congrats, you.
What's up with all the cat Instagrams?
I mean, I have cats now, and we're so boring that people are like, social media, and I'm like, ugh, who needs to see another picture of me in my office working, you know? And the cats are delightful. They just give me fodder for the socials every day.
They've really kept up our popularity.
Yeah, and they're way more popular than us. Yeah. We have put some like sick live photos up, and they get like 3,000 likes. I'm like, hello? Look at how much air I'm getting in this jump. And then I like put like a blurry picture of my cat, and people are like, OMG, like 13,000 likes for my dumb cat. But I think people imagine and sort of project a certain type of lifestyle on you. While I grocery shop, I change the litter box, I sit on the couch and watch Netflix for 8 hours in a row. I make macaroni and cheese out of a box still sometimes. Like, our lives are so normal.
Now, when I heard you were playing on Halloween, my first thought was that you were going to go as kitties.
That's funny.
That's a great one.
Because I thought you would be really cute as cats.
Yeah.
And it turns out that you're kind of freaky cat lovers.
Well, I take responsibility for the influx of cat photographs on our Instagram
Sarah's
and social
obsessed.
media. I mean, I have 2 cats. I mean, it's sort of like the aggravating thing that happens when all of your friends have children, and it's like they cease to have lives except for telling you about all the things that their kids have done. I'm like that with my cats.
You know what, though? I will admit that when Sarah first got the cats and was posting about them, I was kind of like, oh, my God, is she going to do this all the time? But, like, last night we were up in Montreal and we had a dinner party, and one of our friends has a really cute cat. His name's Like, and Sarah snapped a photo of me with Like, and it got, like, triple the amount of likes that a photo of Sarah
From
and I
Like.
gets. From, yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
You got likes from Like.
Like, the second Sarah and I touch a cat, then the likes go right up.
People love cats.
Yeah.
Maybe it just shows that you have this sensibility with animals. What about dogs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge dog person, but what we've definitely seen is that if we post something of just ourselves, it's less popular than if we post something with any kind of animal. I mean, people like animals. They it gets the thumbs clicking.
When it comes to pets, what is your favorite kind?
Cats.
Mine too. I love cats.
There's really no explanation necessary. Cats are the best, obviously. How do you feel about cat videos? Well, we know the answer to that one. Sarah?
Incredibly excited to watch them all the time. I never get tired of seeing cat videos, cats doing things.
But I'm a cat person. I think, I mean, we all are, obviously, because every time a kitten video comes out, it's like got 10 million views, so, which actually gives me a new idea, which is that our next music video should just be a kitten playing. Guys, I've taken the Variety Snapchat hostage, and from now on, it'll just be cat videos and images. Go ahead, tell them your favorite video.
Okay, this one always...
This is the funniest thing you've ever seen.
It's the one that I remember someone sent it to me like when the internet practically got invented, and I was like, this is a good place for this video.
It's good when you're sad.
It's about a cat.
This is Pinky. He's a male.
Don't tell them everything. Just tell them the name of the video and tell them to watch it.
Okay, it's Pinky the cat. Okay,
Pinky the cat.
Pinky the cat.
Just watch, enjoy.
A few times.
Cats rule.
Don't worry about the cat.
Disconnect this from the dead.
What is a YouTube video that makes Sarah laugh every time, Tegan?
Oh, her favorite YouTube video is one called Pinky the Cat.
Totally. Nailed it. I love that video. Pinky the Cat. It's the best one ever.
Just Google Pinky the Cat. We won't ruin it for you.
Okay, Google Pinky the Cat right now.
It's the best one if you've never seen it.
The second thing that I like to do when I'm feeling stressed out is watch videos of animals doing funny things on the internet. And occasionally I like to make videos of my cats doing funny things, which is why I started a TikTok account. I can't figure out how to get the official Tegan and Sara account, but I have this other account, and it's like a burner account, and I'm making videos and practicing, getting my skills top notch for you. Here's a little taste of what I'm doing.
I'm like, ew, what the fuck is that? I'm counting so much money.
I want to ask you a very serious journalism question right now. We had a listener ask about the cats that are on your Instagram. Can you tell us like who these perfect creatures are? Or I mean, like to the listener who doesn't follow you, who are the cats on your Instagram, Sarah?
Well, so I got my first cat, Holiday is her name, and I got my first cat, I guess in February of last year, and she very quickly became much more popular than anything Tegan and I ever put on Instagram. And then we got our second cat, and that really pushed them over the edge. So now it makes putting up pictures of ourselves really depressing because it'll get about half as many likes as anything I put up of the cats. I love them though. They're really fun and they're much more interesting than we are. So
now, do you follow Taylor Swift on social media?
I do. Yeah, I love her cat.
So do you? I'm just gonna say, and I don't know if this is gonna get back to T Swift or not, but whose cats are cuter?
Look, I mean, I have face blindness. I think my cats are cuter, but they're mine, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to diss Taylor Swift cats. I just am saying that, like, I personally think my cats are cuter.
I think you just invited Taylor Swift to a cat off.
I would never.
I didn't start the war, you know? I didn't.
She also travels with a cat. This is what I'm saying. I'd love to meet the cat, Taylor, if you want to hook up a play date between me and your cat.
I know some people imagined that we were partying, but what I actually was doing was looking at Taylor Swift's Instagram, and I know, it was a pretty out-of-control night for me, and she just got a new kitten, and I was taking screen grabs of her Instagram photo and then zooming in on the picture of the cat and sending it to people that I know and saying things like, meow. And so anyways, I was really thinking about this cat before I went to bed, you know, just really living it up in my rock star lifestyle. And then I had a dream that my girlfriend and I were expecting a baby, except it was a cat. And I have an Instagram page just for I don't mean we were expecting a cat, like we were just like picking one up, like swinging by the SPCA. I mean, my girlfriend was literally impregnated with a cat. And anyways, I wanted to share that anecdote with you because I want you to know that my life is probably more boring than Leonardo DiCaprio's, but I still think it's fascinating, and I mean, I think I'm fascinating, but I wanted you to know, in case there was a misconception out there that I was doing blowing reels of coke after the show. I'm not. I'm just zooming in on Instagram and looking at Taylor Swift's cat.
Journey that I have embarked myself. But I was lucky to be saved and rescued by an incredible crew, cast, producers.
Do you ever take your cats on tour?
Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how deeply sad it makes me to leave our cats behind. Not our cats, my girlfriend and I have 2 cats. But
I'm not her girlfriend, I'm her twin sister.
No, which will become clear when you get High School, the memoir by Sara Quinn and Tegan.
Please tell me that mistake has never
Here's
been
the
made.
address of where to get it.
Yeah, well, let's not say it on camera because we'll encourage people to do it. Anyway, go back to talking about your cats.
I really, really wish in some kind of like alternative universe that cats liked going on tour with their owners, because sometimes
Taylor Swift's cats go on tour with
I just
her
imagine
owner.
like Holiday sitting like right next to me right now, and she's just like, just imagine how goddamn cute that would be if like Holiday was just like sitting right here next to us.
You guys, it wouldn't be cute. Sarah's very distracted by her cats. She wouldn't sign these books. She wouldn't go on stage. She follows her cats and watches them go to the litter box. It's like a serious problem.
The family that poops together, you know. I really enjoy having a pet, but I actually feel like, all joking aside, they have enriched my life, and they have reminded me of another thing that I really missed from my childhood and adolescence. We always had pets. We used to say like jokingly that we had like a pet store, because it was like we had guinea pigs and newts, and we had cats, and we had hamsters, and we had, you know, just always fish, like all sorts of things around until we would inevitably kill them or neglect them to death, but not the cats. But
we never killed anything.
We did. We killed,
because of neglect. You're making it seem like you murdered.
Well, not on purpose, but like Snowball, our teddy bear hamster, it did dehydrate. It got dehydrated and it died.
Hamsters died from the weirdest thing.
Yeah. So I really loved having pets as a kid. That was a significant part of my childhood, was caring for animals. And for, I don't know, like they sort of...
Maybe as artists or musicians, we didn't ever feel we were allowed to have animals because we were always traveling. We felt guilty, and so it was a very significant thing for Sara to say, I'm going to get 2 living things that I'm responsible for.
It was, and it sort of...
I think that's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, it sort of signaled, I think, both to myself and to my partner, and probably to the people in our like touring, traveling, working ecosystem, that like I wanted to lay down roots. Right. And I think like after 20 years of traveling and like not always even feeling grounded in like the city I lived in or the relationship that I was in some way committing to these fur balls made me feel like, oh, I'm in this thing, you know, at least until they die, you know.
Or she murders them.
By neglect.
By neglect.
Yeah.
Right.
He loves this.
Yeah.
Somebody last night was saying this to me, and it's very true, that dogs, it's like, dogs are so happy to be with other people. Like they think they're people. Cats see us as their staff. Like we work for the cats, and I have 2 cats, and I feel like I work for them. Like
where are those cats now?
My girlfriend is taking care of them.
Good.
She's a single parent when I'm away. They're very high maintenance cats too. They really take up a lot of space in my subconscious. I dream about them all the time, and they have very big personalities.
You dream about a lot of things. Shaking her head. She's you don't live real life.
I don't live my real life. Last night I had a dream that my cats were swimming. They were they were very interested in the pool. I know. I need to email my therapist and see what that means.
I only almost exclusively listen to like big pop music and like electronic music. Like that's it. I've pretty much stopped listening to anything with a guitar. Like it's safe for like maybe half a dozen things. That's just my ears want right now, you know. Just the record. That's Sara. Yeah. People online always blame me for our move towards dance music and pop music, and I'm always like, it's Sara. I was like, yeah, that's my cat. Really, she's a bit Yoko Ono-y right now. Like every time she's like meow. Like, you know.
Is the cat gonna go on tour on the next tour?
Oh, I really hope the cat can come. I want to get one. Our business manager told us the other day that I'm allowed to get one if I want, and then hire someone to take care of the cats on the road. And I was like, I floated home. I was so happy. I never felt so much joy. My two real fears about having a pet on the road is, first of all, traumatizing it. Like, I don't think cats are they're such, like, they're not dogs in that way. They're not dogs. Like, I feel like it would be a really strange thing for the cat. But then I also really worry about the cat getting lost. Like, the whole thing with the house is that if my cat were to get out, she knows the scent, she knows the place, like, I can find her. My biggest fear is, like, some a-hole, like, leaving the bus door open or, like, her getting out, and then it's like, I don't know, like, that really makes me feel afraid. So I just think it might be too selfish. Also, she's outrageously cute, and I feel like I would have to, like, I'd have to get a bodyguard. No, I mean, yes, that's absolutely true. But the fans would try. I feel like I'd have to do, like, I feel like there would be, like, a legal dispute if I tried to take her from my girlfriend on the road. Like, we'd have to, like, she would be really sad. I think in the morning, there's a lot of cuddling happening with the cat, so I don't know if she's going to be that into me taking the cat full time.
The song in general, though, is really just about that moment when you really start to feel like the relationship should be more substantial and you feel, you know, like you want to make it exclusive and you want to lock it down. You want to lock it down, you know? Yeah. And so for me...
You want to get cats.
Yeah, you want to get cats. No, I did get cats eventually, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the next step.
Like most people who decide to take it to the next level with children or animals, we've regretted it ever since we did it.
People don't regret their children.
Oh.
I actually just feel tired all the time, and I'm like, how do people have kids?
It's okay. I compare my child to a cat all the time.
You do?
No, but I don't have a problem.
Does
with
your
you doing
baby
that.
get out of his crib and then just go over to the blinds and just smash them over and over again with his stupid little hand?
He would if he could. He's not there yet.
Instead, he just lays there and cries to himself.
Exactly. He's crying because he can't do that.
The one good thing about a cat compared to my friend, like whenever I tell my friends with children, like all my stresses, they're like, just be glad that he doesn't just shit and piss and vomit all the time all over himself and you have to clean him up. And I'm like, that's true. He does know how to go to the bathroom alone.
He's potty trained.
He's potty trained at a year. So.
What's his name?
His name's Mickey.
Mickey.
Yeah, and then his sister Holiday is like the perfect cat. So we should have stopped with one.
The second one was the one that was trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a common thing with kids, too.
This is what I hear.
You think the second one's going to be just like the first. And
it's never that way.
Yeah.
Ugh. I do sometimes see her spying my cats, and I think that she sort of like, I'm worried I'm going to end up with one cat, and she'll all of a sudden I'll realize that she's taken my other cat.
I just want to have an intervention with Sara and her partner because they're so high maintenance. They've complained for a decade about how high maintenance people are about their babies and kids, and then they got cats, and I'm like, guys, mirror. Like, you are acting like crazy people.
My cats are more special than children. I mean, they're very,
Sarah's
very
cat's
cool.
got like agencies have been reaching out. Like people are trying to represent her cats. It's insane.
What are your cats' names?
My cats' names are Holiday and Mickey.
Okay.
And yeah, they're pretty cool.
Who
so,
doesn't need
you know.
a Mickey on a holiday?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah,
That's
I hear
right.
you.
It also helps when I just sing made-up songs to my cats. Like, that's another thing that I do now to combat my stress and anxiety. Do you want to hear some of my compositions? The sort of like leading track of the cat album, it goes a little bit like something like this. She's the biggest butt, she's the biggest butt in the world. Are you saying the biggest butt or biggest bud? Bud, B-U-D. Okay, yeah. It goes like that. Sounds like that's rude to sing about Holiday because she doesn't really have that big of a butt. You know what? She's not a skinny mini, you know, and she's fine with that. She owns it. She doesn't care. Yeah, but I'm concerned that Holiday doesn't know the difference between butt and bud either. Two things that you're singing. She loves it. And I grab her little love handles when I do it to her, and I'm like, she's the biggest butt. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice though for if you ever do decide to have a family. Yeah. That I have a family, and so I take. Sorry. Biological convention as a care. If you ever decide to have children, I do have children, and I also make amends to that. Just because they didn't come out of my vagina. If you ever have human children, I don't think that you should grab their love handles. I am. You're the biggest butt, you're the biggest butt in the world. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's catchy though. Yeah. I bet it's a little close to something else, but it's not so. It sounds familiar because it's like a jingle from the '80s. Like it's like you guys already heard it 3 times and you could sing it. My body. No, my biggest butt. That's the same what we just sang. Biggest butt in the world. That's the real my body. Wherever it goes, I want to. I think it's close enough. Get in line. Just kidding. No one's ever seen me. No one's ever seen me.
I'm saying, like, you've done awesome. Hasn't Sarah been doing great? She's doing You're treating me like people treat their kids now. No, you are. I'm just scared. Oh, look at what they did. She's so good. Did you see how she can use the iPad? Anyone can use the iPad. My cats can use iPads. There, see? My own cats know how to play with the iPad. My friends' parents are like, we're going to put them into the Montrose school or whatever it's called. Like, they're obviously going to work for the UN. They're Montessori. They're so smart. They can use an iPad. Anyone can use an iPad. That's why it's so amazing. My cats literally can turn my iPad on and play a fish game. Like, people are like, my child is so smart. I'm like, my cat literally shits in a box and plays with its bum all day and can play with an iPad. Children, you know, it's like you think your kids are better than every other kid. It's like people, but like, you know, your kids are great. You have beautiful kids. They're very nice kids. You've done a great job. You know, but know that when Sarah's at home talking to all her other childless friends, she's talking about how you think they're geniuses, but they're literally on par with Holiday and Mickey, her cats.
You said we don't think of our albums as being better than each other because they're like our children, so we love them equally. But I don't think that's really true. I think that we say that because we don't want to hurt each other's feelings or hurt the people who worked on the record's feelings or our fans. We don't want to upset people. But just like with my cats, who I do love and will protect both of them, I liked one of them. But I really if like a coyote was in the backyard and I had to save one of them, I would save all of them. If I wasn't faced with the coyote situation, Mickey's great. Like, I don't want him to die. It's just like if I'm forced to choose one
one over the other. They're my children and I love them. Like, I still like Holiday better. Like, I still find her more complex and interesting and sophisticated compared to Mickey, who I'm just like, you know what? What is he gonna offer? Like, if I had to choose, like, maybe Holiday will go on to do something really special in life, you know? Whereas, like, Mickey, I'm like, he's not, you know? His favorite game is to chase my OB tampons around the house. He's an idiot, you know? Whereas, like, Holiday, like, she's, like, watching me and taking notes, and I bet she makes espressos while I'm away. Like, you know, she's worth saving is all I'm saying, so...
I would picture like probably like Sara has really online famous cats. She has these 2 Scottish folds, and one of them, Holiday, is always doing kind of strange things and is a bit of an introvert, but always is sort of lingering and around. And I imagine that Holiday is very intelligent, and Sara always jokes that she's learning. Like, she's learned how to open a zipper and these kinds of things. And so if I had to pick an image of Sara, I would sort of picture that cat, you know.
Like, you think my firstborn cat is representative of me?
Yeah, that's the image I get, that cat.
That's probably why I like Holiday more than I like Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of one of those, I always say that Tegan is like the golden retriever in the park that looks like it's smiling. And everybody loves that golden retriever. Yeah, and I keep throwing the ball, and I'm like, you know, eventually we're gonna have to get rid of this ball, or like maybe the ball's gonna get stolen by another dog, or maybe we're gonna have to put you down, big guy. You know, and Tegan's just like, I'm gonna be chasing balls forever. Okay, whatever you say. For the record, I'm not interested in balls. I was with you up to the balls. So which dog are you in the dog park? Or you're just like a weird cat that escaped from home? It's like, I really don't see myself in dogs. I don't, and I try. My girlfriend is a dog person, and so what kind of cat do you imagine yourself as? I just, I need to really have a clear picture of, so I'm the dog, who are you in there? I'm my cat, Holiday. For those of you who haven't been punished by our social media, I have 2 cats, and one is an idiot, and the other is my favorite cat, who is a reflection of me. You know, she's grumpy but consistent, and she's aloof, but she realizes me, and I'm just, if you need to know who I am as an animal, like, it's all there. I mean, she just looks happy but in a miserable way, and I don't know how I got her, but I feel so lucky, and I know parents hate it when you compare your pets to their children, but like, all my friends sort of bask in the joy of their children and the perfect, like, they're just like, my child is perfection, and I'm like, so is my cat. We were talking about this earlier. A lot of my friends get excited when their kids can use technology, like, oh my god, it knows how to unlock my phone, and I'm like, so does my cat. And like 100 years ago, your kid would have had to already know how to like hook up the horse to the buggy and like start a fire at 2, so like, please, going like this is nothing, you know? Like, literally. Like, people were like, oh my god, its thumb works, and I'm like, yeah, I hope so. Otherwise, it's all the rest of the animals on Earth. Like this, so congratulations. All right.
She's a dog person, and the 2 of us are cat people, so we get really nervous.
you guys are cats and I'm a dog.
Oh, yeah.
What does a dog do when it meets another dog or a cat or a crotch? And I think you guys sometimes are weird. Often you guys are kind of weird, and you guys, you know, it's like a new person and you're a cat, so you're like sleeping around the boundaries of the room.
Sarah's already distracted. You are a cat. You're like, oh, what's over there?
This book is like taking if you know the persona of Tegan and Sara, and like I'm the dog, Sarah's a cat. This book is like a deep dive into that.
Switching gears, let's talk about any new ink, tattoos. I thought by now you'd have maybe a cat-inspired tattoo.
Listen,
to share.
People make fun of me about how much I love my cats. I am not too proud. I would probably get a cat tattoo. I probably will get a cat tattoo at some point. I haven't
would
yet.
get a dog tattoo. I would get one.
Yeah.
I have a hairless Chinese crested. I'm obsessed with it.
I feel like dog people have allowed, like, it's more culturally acceptable to be a dog person. Like, when you're a cat person, people are like, oh, you're like fringe and weird and whatever. But I just read a statistic that more people own cats in America than dogs.
Do you have one cat?
I have 2 cats.
You have 2 cats.
Yeah.
Tegan, you have no cats?
I don't. She's an aunt. She's an aunt, you know?
So you've really taken over the Tegan and Sara Instagram account.
She
It's
sure
all
has.
Sara.
We looked at the analytics. We saw how popular they were. We're just exploiting them. They don't have a say in it.
Do you have a cat cam?
I
on your
don't
phone?
know. My girlfriend won't let me get one. She says I've already lost my mind. She will not let me get one of those cams because I would just sit there and watch it all day.
I'm a cat person, okay? What I don't understand is why do people who need an emotional support animal, why do they always need a dog? And what does it say about people who like dogs that they need to bring them everywhere? Cat people are like, I'll fucking do it by myself, alright? I'll do it by myself. Okay, just careful. And dog people are like, I don't know, barking needs to come. Okay, we need barking. Take a step back. And in a lot of other countries that we've been to, dogs are food. You know, they're not. You don't put them in a hammock and give them clothes. Like, here's the thing.
I did see a puppy this morning and think to myself, that puppy rivals any kitten, and that made me feel like I was betraying kittens everywhere. It was a pretty damn cute puppy, and the way the woman was holding it was sort of as one would hold a baby. And I was like, do I want a baby or do I want a puppy? Or do I want a kitten? It's hard to know.
This is like a cat cafe.
Yeah, Holiday,
Yeah,
Mickey.
Holiday and Mickey. I feel like Holiday and Mickey should have a cartoon and it would be really famous in Japan.
Yeah.
It's true. Our cats might do better than we do. You know what you are? You're a missed opportunity, Sara. Like, see, if I had the cats and they were as cute as your cats were, I would have already sold the rights to a cartoon and a podcast with Mickey and Holiday voices. Do you know what it is? I hope this translates. Sorry if it doesn't. But you know when people, they have their child and you're not supposed to like post a lot about it or talk a lot about it because like it could, in the first couple months, like that just, what? Well, you know, you're supposed to wait until like you're pretty sure it's fine. Are you talking about when you find out you're pregnant or once the child's born? Well, both, but no. That's not a rule. That's not a rule. No, it is a rule. About once it's born? Yeah, like for the first couple months before you know what you got, like at first it comes out and you're like, it's so great, and then you're like, uh-oh. And so you're supposed to kind of wait it out a bit until like you know if everything's cool. What? It's a real thing. But in a way I kind of did that with my cats. Like I was like, I don't want to sell them if they're gonna like get some kind of like fucked up disease in the first year. But they're pretty healthy, so we'll see what happens in the second year. You sure took that to a really, really dark place. It's just true. Like at first when we got the cats, I was like, anything could happen. One could run out into traffic or
No.
Okay. I expected more laughs, but it's about the cat. I just pitched your cats would be huge stars in Japan, and you immediately took it to a place where they have some sort of feline cancer and die.
Yeah.
This is true, but they don't have feline cancer. They're doing great.
But they'll be huge in here.
They'll be huge, right?
They'll be huge, yeah.
I was really going down that path. I was like,
Get your own
are there
cats.
any agents in the? No, I'm helping you. I'm helping you. They're already a pain in the ass. I don't know if I want to start a career for them. They already are so demanding, and it's just for things like food.
Yeah.
And imagine you had a highly successful, weird Japanese game show that starred Mickey and Holiday. This is what I'm saying is they're already a pain in the ass. I don't know if I want to add to their. Or if they were generating income.
Yeah.
I guess so. Okay. Well, lovely to speak with you. I guess we'll go back to playing music now. I'll think about it. Thank you to everyone. You guys should go on Twitter, write to Sara, encourage her to sell her cats here in Japan.
You got an opinion?
An entire section of a bookstore is just cat magazines. Do you guys know how awesome that is? It's awesome. It's true. Japan seems more cat friendly than America.
It's amazing.
People in America are like, I'm allergic. So
We love
annoying. They're like, but my dog has a stroller. And it's in a bagel shop, so move over. Sorry, this is not for this audience. Okay. I need to work it out therapy.
Yet you feel like America's generosity is being taken advantage of, that your system is being gamed, and that you're turning out to fall further and further behind.
I'm going to interview two of my favorite ladies, Tegan and Sara. We're going to an actual cat cafe, because Sara loves cats.
I know you always win at this particular game. I need to know the rules if you want me.
This is the room. Nobody else is coming. Okay, so I just gotta lock the door. Yeah, thanks.
Oh my god, I want that cat. I don't know.
You treat me like your boyfriend, and trust me like a very best friend.
And I would work with them as much as I could as possible. Oh, here's our surprise, by the way. We have friends
By
from
the end
the
of this
Pixie
tour,
Project
oh my God.
coming to visit us today.
Hey. Well, this is the interview.
I have an extra hand.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, I don't want to be out.
This is the second time on this tour we've had an amazing, amazing, amazing experience with the kitten, and I think I'm gonna have a cat by the end of this tour.
These have to be named.
Yes, so before our interview is done, these have to be named. Yes, aren't they the sweetest things? So we heard you like kittens and cats, so we couldn't resist bringing the Pixie Project in. Thank you guys for bringing these cutie pies in.
So wait, so these are all up for adoption?
Yes, they are.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
And they're very, very sweet.
I love a ginger cat.
Oh my god,
this cat is
gingers.
like, get me out of here. Yeah,
I was going to wear a sweater, and I'm glad I didn't.
How old are these little kitties? 9 weeks? Oh my god, these are the cutest little things I've ever seen.
Really? Oh, from Pendleton. Hi, guys. Were you on a rodeo? Anyway, we're going to have these as our guests today, but I do want to ask you some other questions. We
Okay,
didn't just have
great.
you come here to pet kittens.
I love it. I think we should name them. Two of them. One should be named Hillary, and then one should be named Bernie.
But what about the third?
The third one should be named Justin, like after our Prime Minister in Canada. Who,
Oh, I like
in
that.
addition to being incredibly progressive and liberal, is also a babe.
No kidding.
Yeah. Look at this one is so adventurous. This is very Justin. This one
Yes.
here, or Trudeau.
Trudeau. Well, yeah, I like Trudeau.
You like Trudeau?
And then Bernie and Hillary.
Bernie and Hillary.
I think that's fantastic.
Well, we don't know the sexes of these cats. Will it work out?
They're gender neutral.
Gender neutral
I really
names.
think
Bernie
so.
can be really a boy or a girl name, and Hillary too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't think they mind.
I don't think they mind at all.
So I want to ask you about something. You guys are in your mid-30s now. You've been playing, performing, writing together, I mean, half your lives.
Yeah.
So your first album came out. Whoops, don't fall, buddy. Your first album came out when you guys were 19. And during the next 10 years, you put out another 5 albums.
Yeah.
Now, was it, as you're in your 20s, you've got a lot to say?
Mm-hmm.
And tell me about that. I mean, because that's pretty prolific.
we were very lucky. Like a lot of our friends, they started bands around the same time as us, but it just took longer. We were very lucky. We stood out. There was something very unique about us, which was not just our passion for cats, but the fact that we were twins and we wrote together. I think we were able to develop a little faster than other bands. And we also were committed to developing, so we really wanted to learn to be better writers. We took our craft really serious. And my parents were, it's not an exaggeration to say, devastated and livid when we chose to do music instead of university. So we quickly really turned it into a job, like a profession. We got we registered our company, we incorporated, we tried to take what we do very seriously so that everyone would get on board. And so we just started writing like crazy. And, we would tour and tour and tour and tour. And when we came off the road, we would just immediately have material and we would make another record. So I feel like we had a lot to say, but we also, we wanted to prove that we were developing. We wanted to prove that we were taking this seriously, and in order to be taken seriously. Oh my God, did you see it?
Well, and you guys really are entrepreneurs. You're not just musicians. You are involved in so many other projects. Tell me about those. I mean, you can tell me about a few, but
we've always sort of seen our music as a vehicle, to get to have us perform and to meet people, and it's tied into activism, and it's just tied into, general interest in business. It's for us, it's not just the music is sort of the way that we market ourselves, but ultimately we love to tour, we love merchandising, we love to, support people that we believe in, and it's a 360 kind of world. Like we're always sort of like branching out and trying different things. We've written with people, we've produced albums, we've scored films. Like we just like keeping busy.
Honestly, I'm looking at all the stuff that you guys have done. I know you guys from the music that you put out, and then, of course, the ice cream sandwich got my eye.
Yeah.
But the music producing, you collaborated with a group for a T-shirt in New York City to benefit LBTG.
That's okay. They're all in there. They're all there.
All of the
LGBTQ.
Yes,
all
thank
the
you.
LGBTs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And put that out as well.
We're definitely always looking for ways that we can, for me, raising awareness is just not enough. We like to put our money where our mouth is. And I think for us that a lot of times there are communities and organizations that are doing wonderful work. And if you're able to provide them more fuel for their fire, I think that's really helpful.
So going back to music writing, so you had these 6 albums come out, and then you turned 30. There's that magical thing that happens when you turn 30. Your focus seems to shift a little bit. And since then, there have been 2 albums out. How has I know what turning 30 sort of did in my worldview, but what about you guys?
For us, we had been in the industry over a decade, and we had a lot of like critical.
Where am I? What is going on? This one just loved playing inside its litter box. It's just like, yeah, this is the best place. I was doing that earlier too.
Do you think you're going to adopt one of the cats? Yeah, I'm taking all of them. Mickey! Where's your foam in your face? Mickey! Mickey!
Foxy? Yeah.
Oh, hey, superhero. Jill's actually like prancing around in here, meowing, and I almost like feel like she's just shy. Some space with these guys.
What's that one's name?
This is Mickey.
Oh,
He's very sweet.
hey, Mickeys.
Look at him.
Hi, you want to come out?
That's River.
Come on out, River. Yeah, sneak out while Sarah's not looking. And what are the two behind him named?
Well,
It's the one with the pink one.
This is Minnie.
And then who's beside?
She's cute.
That's Foxy.
Oh,
You have a real connection with these cats.
I really like Mickey and Foxy right now.
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
I do think Minnie's pretty cute, but she's...
Oh, hi. Meow. Meow. Oh, hi.
Foxy.
And supportive to the community, and we like cats. And we do like cats, although we haven't done a lot of stuff with cats, T, and I'm not sure how that We're gonna branch out on the next record. We're gonna help cats. We're really into gay cats right now. Yeah, there's like a really neat program in Los Angeles, like that, and I think this would be really cool, like to see this spread. Not that this is about today, but just there is a really cool program where this group is picking up stray cats and spaying them, and then putting them back on the street because like ultimately they can survive. They're totally fine to but they just don't want them to have any more babies. I love this, especially the gay ones. They're very resourceful. Yeah.
Totally.
I do have a cat.
You have a cat?
I have a cat.
A lot of people have cats.
Oh my god.
Is your cat on a softball team?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh,
my cat is on a softball
okay,
team.
I don't believe you.
They're called the Little Pussies.
That would be the most adorable. There's like a bunch of kittens playing softball.
Just L-I-L, Lil Pussies.
Lil Pussies.
Lil Pussies.
Who's gayer, Women's World Cup soccer or cats?
Soccer, always soccer.
No, it's cats.
No, soccer.
Except for cats. So
let's
sorry.
put that to a vote to the people.
Yeah,
I think
you're
you're wrong.
not very gay right now. Who is gayer, Tegan or Sara?
Well, Sarah's a cat, so Sara?
That is a correct answer.
Tegan, any plans to get cats for Christmas? No.
No. Sarah,
Can't take care
you're
of
considering
animals.
dressing up as my cats, just like as a role play? It's not appropriate. Different Periscope. Okay, we've got lots more stuff about the cats. I'm glad that you all love the cats.
Yeah.
We do too.
Oh, thanks, you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. These cat heads right here. Yeah, seriously, Sarah, what's it like to sing to your cats?
It's actually deeply comforting. I feel sort of creepy, because for those of you who don't know, these beautiful heads, I am the cat parent of those heads. I mean, not those heads, because I actually own the cats, but it's sort of like Deadmau5 can kiss my ass, you know? It's like, look at these heads.
Hey, maybe we'd be more popular if you wore Holiday and Mickey heads.
I know, seriously. These are so beautiful. It's too much. You must keep them. Well, I can't. I'll look like a psychotic person if I start wearing this through the airport. How about for one song, we'll put them on stage and you can take a photo.
Oh shit, how are you gonna do that, huh?
I don't know.
Did you think that through?
Can you pass these heads? Everyone here is like, yeah, we don't speak English. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
They got it. They got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They're on it.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
on
there's
it.
like 4 people
Oh,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. Since we've been, oh yeah, okay. Let's focus on that. Yep. Holy shit. Who thinks that Sarah should wear the cat head during the next song? Let's just see it on, just for a second. Okay, I'm gonna take my phone out, hold on. We're gonna have to cut a song, but it doesn't matter, this is more important. It's fucking awesome. Are you gonna put that one on too? No. Okay.
This is my favorite child. This one's an idiot. He's just, we should have stopped at 1. Anyways.
Feel me to lay down beside you, tell you I feel you in my heart, I don't even know you. Now we're saying goodbye.
You got to bring your kitties on tour. So cute. Meow. Meow.
One time I said I really like giraffes, and now I've fallen madly in love with giraffes.
Now there's a beautiful drawing of my children. Oh, your cats. Yes. Oh yeah. No, it's yours. She always has to make it about cats. Don't give it to Sarah. Don't. Okay. Okay, I'll wrap it. I just want to say one thing. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna display it because I'm really missing my cats tonight. So I can keep it so you can look at it while you sing. Oh, cute. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, get some tape. Okay, I'll finish shutting the story while Sarah sets up her emotional support art. Okay, so anyway, maybe it's not really that interesting a story now, but it's all tied into the San Francisco rent thing. But this girl was having a very loud FaceTime where she was inviting someone to be her roommate, and she was like,
Into it?
I feel like I just got a new cat, and I've been singing all week, and my cat is just like, it just sits in the corner of the house like, enough already.
You have to practice.
And I was like, wouldn't it be weird if, like, my cats saw me here? A lot has changed since we were last performing as a band, Tegan and Sara. A lot has happened in the last 2 years, 18 months actually. I had cats. You know that because you follow our social media. Sometimes I have a really demented, like, narcissism where I actually think, not Mickey, he's stupid, but the whole I imagine that she could, like, show up here and be like, that's wild. That's crazy that she feeds me and then also is here right now. Like, I can imagine her having, I know that's not real, she's a fucking cat. She would hate, maybe she would hate our music, she's more into jazz, but anyways, I just was thinking during the last song, wouldn't it be amazing if she could just come by the Roxy and she's like, holy shit, I have so much more respect now.
"You want dinner? Yeah? Do you want this?" I just recently started smoking CBD oil to, like, calm my stress. And then, like, a
then like a lot of times like people will say on the news, like they're like, if we let them smoke marijuana, then they'll suddenly be doing PCP. Like, but the truth is that I did start smoking some CBD oil to like calm my nerves and help with my back, and then immediately started smoking pot. And then, so it is a bit of a gateway. Like I have kind of started a slow process towards PCP, but so I guess they're right. But anyways, while you were talking just now, I'm not stoned. I would never get high. I would only in my house. I would never be around another kid. Like even sometimes when I'm gonna like take a little hit off of a joint, I would make my cats go outside because like they're the worst. Like if I even start to go more free spirit, you gonna do it? It's just I don't know what to say. Like I know a lot of people really like being around animals stoned, but I'm barely holding on most of the time, so like if I start smoking weed and then my cats, and then I don't know what will happen. Like something weird. I hope there's not children here. Like sometimes I'm just like, what if I go crazy and like kill one of them and make a hat out of it? So it's just frustrating for me to put them outside and just eat. What kind of pot are you smoking? I don't know what kind of. It's so good for your back pain. I'm like, whatever. I think about sitting my cats. There's a doctor in the house, maybe it's, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to come in and rescue Holiday and Mickey. Actually, this is so great that you brought up the cats because, yeah, I want to bring something up. They're not my cats, too. So, a really weird thing has started to happen where people will approach me. People sometimes that I know, they'll be like, oh my god, your cats are so cute. And I'll be like, oh, thank you, but they're not my cats, they're Sarah's cats. And they'll be like, oh, I thought they were both of yours. So I can only imagine 3 reasons why you think they're both ours. One, you think that one is mine, one is Sarah's, and we bring them together to hang out and photograph them. Fine. That's the best case scenario. The second is that you think we live together. We're 37. We haven't lived together. The Golden Girls live together. We're not the Golden Girls. We haven't been apart since we were 18. That's a bad scenario, so that's a weird conversation to have with people. The third scenario is even worse, which is that there's still a human left on this planet who doesn't know we're twin sisters. Yeah, it goes to a really dark place with me on the screen. So they're not my cats. I don't share them with Sarah, and one of them is a friend of Sarah's cat, and we bring them together. Not dogs. Both Sarah's, and it sounds like they're in danger, and I'm gonna probably have to rescue them. What's that now? Mine? I don't have cats. Sarah has cats. This has come up a few times lately. Even by people I know who are like, I love your cats. And I'm like, they're Sarah's cats. Oh, I thought they were both of your cats. Why? We're 37. Did you think we were hanging out and bringing the cats to hang out with each other too? Some people are like, yeah. Also strange. Yeah, cats hate other people's cats. Like, that's part of why I like them. What's sad is that what I'm starting to establish is that either something really terrible has gone on, which is that somehow I thought everybody knew we were twins, and then, in fact, people didn't know. And then another thing may have happened. I'm just gonna clean up my area here. Just tell this. She's just like so blasé. She's like, anyways, let me fucking tell you something about Sarah's cats while I clean up my area. Like, she's so pissed about it. She's like, I guess I'll take this chance to pick up all these guitar picks I dropped. Like she's... Or, okay, so worst case scenario, we live together. Even though we're 37. Which we do a lot of times. Yeah, don't say that. On the tour bus, I'm confused. Worst case scenario, we live together at 37. That's what people think. Best case scenario, they think we're friends with our cats, like, and then we socialize them together. Like, I'm all like, all right, Holiday into the cat carrier, and I go over to Sarah's and let Holiday and Nikki play together. It's strange, but it's the best case scenario here. Because the really, really, really scary case scenario is that you thought we were together this whole time. Anyway, I run into people all the time on the street, and they're like, I love your cats, and I'm like, they're Sarah's cats, and it's a weird feeling because I really want cats, and so it's like every day I'm reminded, like she might as well have a baby. Because you know how people volunteer to you, like when they say, oh do you want kids, and you say that you don't want kids, and then they're like, oh that's a mistake, you want to carry it. No, actually I don't. Anyway, I'm riffing, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that
but thanks, Sarah's cats are great.
Yeah, they're cool. The cool part about cats is that they have no idea what's going on. Like sometimes this is okay. I try to explain this sometimes, but like I wish the cats knew who I was as a person. Like that I was like I got home tonight and Holiday was like meow 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 meow. Like how was it? You know? Like not in English. Like I'm not psychotic. You know? Like. But like, get this thing. You've said this before, I don't understand. Like, I just, sometimes she's like, the boy cat he's an idiot, it doesn't matter, right? The girl cat, like Holiday is so smart. And she's like one guy in the audience just go, ooh. Did that happen? Did I imagine it? Or did that actually happen? Ooh. I actually, you know what, I'm rooting for men. You know, I've always really loved men and was rooting for them, and then I got a male cat and I was like, at its most basic level, all he cares about is himself, his dick, his food, and then Holiday doing things for him, you know? Like he's just always like, come on, he's like comes over and he's like, lick me, you know, and then she's like, puts up with it for like 2 seconds and she just fucking hisses and he just runs off, you know? And I'm like, that might be the most basic human instincts that I'm seeing there. I don't know. Okay, sorry. So, the thing I was going to say about Holiday, the smart one, sometimes she looks so smart and she's like watching me do things, so I just wish I could come home from tonight and she could just like acknowledge like, hey, I know you're out there working really hard and like you worked 3 weeks on this show and you were really stressed out and you were in bed early all the time, which really suited me because I generally like to go to bed around 9, so that worked really well. And then you were up early with like vicious anxiety, and that helps me because then I get to go outside a little earlier than normal. Like I just wish she would say that to me, like even just in her eyes, you know? Just, I guess that's what it's like to have a kid, where you just want them to acknowledge you. Yeah. So and your immortality. Okay, sorry. Yeah. That was weird. Sorry about that. I'm not stoned or anything. I just. Oh, that's cool. Feel it, you know?
Sara has these adorable cats. You guys know the cats, right? Holiday and Nikki. People constantly ask about our cats. They remember like the band mascot. No, it doesn't make any sense. But people constantly ask road cats. They could be road cats. They could be like okay, sure. Fine, I'll give everyone else the benefit of the doubt. But recently, a friend. Like someone that I know, not well, but a friend, was like, how are your cats? And I said, oh no, they're not mine. I'm always so embarrassed. It's like I've done something wrong. So I'm like, oh no, they're not my cats, they're Sarah's cats. And they got that most perplexed look on their face. They're like, oh, I thought, and in my head I'm like, what? and it was so awkward. And they were like, oh, I just thought, and I'm like, and then they were like, I don't know, I guess. So then I started to fill in the blanks because I'm Canadian, so I want to make it better. And so I'm like, you thought that one was mine and one was hers? And they were like, no. And I'm like, you thought, I don't think we live together? Like we're 37-year-old sisters. That would be weird.
Okay.
And what is the status of your cats?
They're my cats. So that's one status update, is that Tegan does not own them.
That's
I
right,
do.
my bad. You're the cat lady.
Proud of it. My cats are lovely. They are now Canadian. This is new. They were American, and then I shipped them across the border, so they now, they both have like Canadian flag tattoos.
So
and,
sweet.
Yeah, they sing that. They always start the day with the anthem. You know, like meow, 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 meow. I don't even, that wasn't okay.
I like that one.
No, the cats are great. I love having something to care for outside of my own life and whatever.
Cool song.
When we interviewed Gabe, Sara and I loved him. Sara has two really strange but very cute cats. They really liked Gabe, and we took that as a good sign when we left. They both stood up on their back feet and were like out the window at Gabe, and we were like, let's fire him.
During her interview to join Tegan and Sara, Sara's cat fell in love with Eva. Do you guys follow us on social media? Do you know our cat, Sara's cats? Okay. I won't think it's rude right now if you pull out your phone, if you don't follow us on Instagram, and find us and then start following us, because Sara's cats are really cute. But they're kind of assholes. Like, they're a little aloof and snobby. They give just little bursts of love and attention, but I've known them for a year, and I'm a really good aunt, and I've taken good care of them, and I have never seen them do what they did to Eva. Mickey, the black and white one, he stood on his back feet like on his feet staring at her. And Holiday got on the couch next to Eva, edged over, rolled onto her back, let herself get scrubbed, like kind of put her head on her leg. She was just like looking into Eva's eyes as we interviewed her. It was crazy. Sara was so jealous. So we hired her. Never heard her play. Didn't matter. Holiday loved her.
Sara lives for her cats. I live for my cats. Inspire me, you know. Actually, I know you're gonna think this is an insane thing to say, but I've learned a lot about love and oh my god. I've learned a lot from my cats. We're gonna play a song from that record that I like to dedicate right now to Sara's cats, who she's gonna say goodbye to tonight, tomorrow. Why don't you bring that up right now? Because I think you should dedicate this one to Holiday and Mickey. I think the song's called Goodbye. I'm leaving them.
The point of the song is that saying goodbye to somebody who never really understood me, and I think that Holiday...
I'm not sure Holiday and Mickey understand you.
They're cats, and Holiday and Mickey.
Think of this as 3 minutes and 20 seconds of self-reflection about your relationship with your
cats. It's fine.
So my mom was talking to me yesterday, and when we were little kids, we had not when we were little kids, when we were little kids, we got 3 cats, and over the course of our childhood, they grew into be, adult cats or whatever, and so they're still, 2 of them are still alive when my cat died. And my mom's cat, basically Bailey, was like our crappy cat that we just sort of got, and then we were like, oh, why did we have to get that? So And then Taz was my mom's cat, and Teo was kind of my cat. And Taz is still kicking around. He's kind of like a really old grandpa now. And back in his heyday, he was like a hunter cat, and he would be outdoors all the time. And he would we lived kind of on the edge of a city, and he would bring home like rabbits, and he was declawed, like he had no claws. But he would bring home rabbits, like he was a monster. He was just, there was a point where I told my mom that maybe we should consider keeping him inside because I was afraid he was going to bring home like a deer or something. And he would just be like, I don't know how I did that. But anyway, but he got really sick in the March or April of this year, and he had like kidney failure. My mom is like keeping him alive. Like he's like on dialysis or something. Like anyway, he went blind recently, and my mom is like really in denial about it. Like she's like, yeah, he's blind, but it might come back. And well, at least she accepts he's blind. I took care of her house over Christmas, and I phoned her in Mexico and was like, how's things going? And she was like, fine. And she's like, what's wrong? And I was like, Taz is blind. And she's like, no, he's not. And I'm like, but he is. No, he is. He's bumping into stuff and he can't see. And she's like, no, he just gets confused sometimes. I'm like, no, he's blind. And she's all like, no, he's just nervous because you're there. She had like a plethora of excuses. Yeah. So she finally came to, she understands. I know you're thinking like, why am I talking about the cat? But it's just, I'm just talking. So, so my mom called me yesterday, and she's like fully accepted that the cat is blind, but that it might come back. And she told me that pays like $200 a week, and she goes and gets it tested to see if like there's some sort of chemical that needs to come back into his system, and then he'll get his eyesight back or something. My mom's like seriously like 1 inch away from being like, if I could give my sight to him, I would give it to him. I'm like, he's 80. Like just let him go to cat heaven. As far as let him go visit Taya. So he didn't see me keeping my cat alive past its due. I was like, Taya, it's time for you to move on to a new world. So, anywho, my mom called me last night, and she said that she moved. We have this disorder in our family where we like move the furniture around like all the time, like constantly. And my mom moved all the furniture around in her apartment, and she said that like we do it in hotels. Yeah, we have a serious disorder. Anyway, what'd you say? They're not kidding. Yeah, we're not kidding. Who said we're kidding? But my mom moved all the furniture around in her house, and she said that it was really sad because Taz was bumping into everything and like thought because he can do pretty much the house from memory right now, and then my mom like screwed it all up, and now he's bumping into shit and being like, what the hell is going on?
I just have no idea why anyone would want to wear fur. I've never thought to myself I want to wrap an animal around my shoulders. Well, sometimes my cat, for fun, I would hold Taya there, and she would get upset and meow at me, but
the hardest pet losing for me was my cat Taya. We got her when I was 8, and she lived until I was like 20. I was there too. It was my cat as well, right? But like, I'll be honest with you, like this was my cat. Like and Tegan will admit this, that she did love me, and
I'll admit it today because you're sad about me now.
No, this cat was my cat, and we logged a lot of long nights together, and she was so wonderful, but so irritating in so many other ways. And we had this kind of thing with each other where I wouldn't get up and feed her even though I knew she was starving, and she would playfully knock like plants, books, breakables, glasses with water, like anything that she could get to, she would knock it off. And she would do it where she would look at you, like say there's a cactus, for instance. I had this cactus that sat on my windowsill, and she would like get to a place, and she would go like this, like she would look at me in the bed, and she would go like that. Like she wouldn't even need to aim, like she knew where the thing was, and she would look at me and knock it off like that. So anyways,
it's actually quite, it seems really smart to me. Like, when I think about it now, like even though it was really annoying, like how she would strategically go and like place herself in places where there was things that she could push off. And
it looked like it wasn't a rampage. Like she wasn't like freaking out and knocking stuff down. Like she would sit and cry and then be like, push it down, and you'd wake up and you'd be like, Taya, get down, and then you go and you get her down, and then like you'd fall back asleep, and then like 2 seconds later something else would fall, and she would be like sitting there staring at you, and you'd be like, Taya, get down, and it's like all the energy that you spent freaking out at the cat, you could have just got up and fed it. Which I want to know why I didn't just put cat food in my room. For like the morning, like when she was doing that, I could just take the bag out from under my bed and just pour some on the floor and be all like, there, eat. So, keep that in mind for anyways,
next time.
I really loved her, even though she was so annoying.
And sometimes, like, it sounds really weird, but, like, I can, this is so emo of me to be talking about all my, I'm so upset. I don't know. I wish I was tougher and, like, tell you something cool, but this is what's in my mind. But, I can still see, like, when I would come home to visit after I moved out. I moved to Vancouver, and I would come home to visit my mom, and the only thing I would get excited about going back home, not going back to Calgary in general, but just going back to the house that my mom was living in, because it wasn't really like my childhood home, so I didn't care that much about it. But I would open the door, and Taya was so fat, and she would just like run, and her gut would be like swinging. I'd be like, Taya! And she'd be like, run towards me, and then you'd pick her up, and she'd hiss, and she'd like, she had dandruff, and oh, I loved her so much. Seriously, I loved her so much, just everything about her. She was Sarah's cat. She was my cat. I mean, a lot of my personality traits I got from Taya. Like, I look cuddly and fun, and people are like, "Oh, I'll just rub you and touch your hair," and I'm just like, "Go ahead." And then, like, after like 3 seconds, I'm like, "Don't." And that's kind of like how Taya was. Like, she was like, "You can go ahead and touch me," and then as soon as you started to touch her, she acted like you never asked to touch her. Like, she would just be like, hiss and bite you. Robin, you know, right? We have a childhood friend here. She was pretty mean, hey?
Yeah, I like to look at her.
Yeah.
I knew better than to pick her up.
You knew better than to pick her up. She didn't like to be picked up. She would tease you, though. Like, she'd lay on her back with her arms wide, like, just stretched wide open, and you'd like, "Oh, look at the cat. It wants you to pet its belly." Then it would rip your hand off.
I went through this whole phase where I dressed as a clown, which I think says a ton about my mental state. Just saying. I was like, pay attention to me. Look at me. Look, I can make our cat Taya disappear. And everyone's like,
It would feel sad. It'd be like if your cat all of a sudden got that weird balding disease like our cat got, and you're like, you would give it away. You would just, some people would. We, like when Mom gave away our guinea pig that got the weird hair disease. But guinea pigs and cats are not on the same plane. So your guinea pig gets a weird hair disease, you're like, Your cat gets it, and you're like, it's the ugly cat that you put in the den when people come over. Like, oh, you got 3 cats. You're like, no, it's just 2. The other one's on business. Just a good one. Okay.
My dad is the only human alive who does not care about what he looks like in the video camera. The only time I've ever seen him look at the camera is when he insisted that he put the cat in front of the camera for like 5 minutes and was like, "Mr. Cat, Mr. Cat." Like that. So, anyways, we're weird, so whatever.
Okay, well, like, I owned a bird once. And I'm not a bird type of person either. In fact, I'm a cat person. I don't know. That's fine. I don't care if people don't like cats, because I don't like you.
We got a bird, and I regretted it, and I wanted it to die. As soon as we got it, I was like, I hope it dies tonight. I thought it smelled funny, and it was always looking at me, and it didn't seem warm at all, and I was a cat person, and I hated the thing.
I'm not generally mean, but I mean, you're like one of those cats that you're like, "Oh, kitty," and the kitty's like, "Meow, meow." And you walk over and you're like, "Oh, it's so cute, I like this little cat." And then I'll tell you why the cat does that, because it likes what you're doing, but then you do it for too long. And you do it too hard, and then I'm all like, "Get away!" And I will stand out there for hours. I will sign every CD, I will do it all, but the second that you're like, "Oh, you're tired? Well, this is part of your job." And I'm like, you're a good balance though, because I'm like one of the cats that like a little kid could play with or put clothes on, and I'd be like, and then they'd be like, let's have her take pictures of the cat in the shirt, and I'd be like, okay. No, I'm here to protect you so that you don't get put in cat shows, which is totally wrong. Serious adult relationship where I moved in with someone after 3 months, which is what you do when you're an adult at the beginning. Because you don't know how to be a normal person, you forget everything your parents taught you. You get a cat too. I got a cat
cat from the SPCA. Do you guys have the SPCA here? And I named him Gabriel. And he was adorable. He's about 3 months, I think, when we got him, and he was very sick. And he'd been sick since the SPCA had gotten him. Do you guys want to hear my story about my cat? It's a good one. So Gabriel came home with me, and Gabriel had a very bad cold, and he couldn't really breathe, so he would run around smelling everything but really loud, and he was very congested, and you could hear him breathing all through my apartment. And after he would smell things for about 2 minutes, he would sneeze and blow green or orange, depending on the day, snot all over my brand new couch. Okay, so my cat used to blow snot all over everything, but one day, while I was fighting viciously with the person that I was dating, not physically, just emotionally, the cat kept bringing his little toy over to me, and I kept throwing it away and being like, "Go away, Gabe, go away, I'm busy." And after about 10 times, I realized that he was playing catch with me, like he was going to get the toy and bring it back and was dropping it, and then I was picking it up and throwing it. And if you don't have a cat, you don't know this, but cats don't play catch. They're too smart. Unless it's your cat. Your cat plays catch? I mean, it's a special kind of cat, though. I mean, if I have probably 10 cats, and cats don't play catch. So, anyway, I loved that cat, even though the relationship itself lasted a mere few more months, and then I had to leave the cat behind. I know, you're a deadbeat. I'm not a deadbeat. I've still bought kitty litter and food for it and stuff, but like a good mom for about 3 months, and then I was like, fuck this shit. But the point is that I loved that cat. That when you do get an animal, that you need to spay it. Not yourself. Don't do it yourself. And also, if you're getting one in a relationship, especially one that's only 3 months old, you should decide before you buy the animal who is going to take it in the divorce, because inevitably you will get divorced. And you do not want to give that cat to the SPCA, because nobody wants old cats, and that's sad. Okay? So that's my message to you. I know you don't care, but I'm telling you it anyway.
So I decided that if I ever can afford to buy sunlight for my apartment, that one of the other things that I want to get after that, like second on my list, is this cat that's bred with like a wild animal cat. I know that I'll probably take a lot of heat for this comment, so just want. Yeah, I'm gonna play Call It Off. It's true. You ruined it for everyone now. The surprise is out of the bag, so. No, I'm not gonna play it. Okay, I'm gonna finish my story about the cat first. Okay. Anyway, back about the cat. So, it gets really big, like big enough to come up and be like, "Hey, I'm big." I don't think I'll probably end up getting it because, I don't know, what if it eats me? But, he's just so big, like it can curl up with me, and I don't know why I want it so bad. I want a wild animal. What is that? You know, I want a tiger. I know, everybody says the same thing. I'm like, I'm gonna get this cat. It's a domestic cat, but it's bred with a wild cat. And they're like, I don't think we'll get a cheetah. I don't think we'll get a jaguar. And I'm like, I don't want it in a cage. I want it to play with me and run around and put it on a leash and walk it. And in the video online, it does all those things. It jumps and runs, and apparently it's just more rambunctious than regular cats, apparently. I'm sorry. Did a young man in the front row just say, "Give me your guitar"? Oh. How forward. Okay, I'll give you my guitar if you give me, what do I want? A unicorn.
a giant cat. Not a big cat, a giant one. But it can't be one that eats me. And I really like cats, and I want to get one of those like savannah cats. They get to be like 30 pounds, and you have to feed them meat. Anyway, they look amazing. There's like incredible videos on the internet of them, like with children, they'll have like weird like Enya music playing in the background, and the kid and the savannah cat are like looking at each other, and their eyes, like they're basically the same size. And I'm like, I want, and my girlfriend's like, no. So yesterday she sent me a picture of a sphinx, which is a hairless cat. Oh, do you own one? Perhaps we could talk later about it, but anyway, she wants a sphinx, which is kind of like the cross between a savannah and a pig, because a sphinx is a hairless cat, so it's like kind of like pink and wrinkly looking, and I don't know, I'm kind of into it a little bit. Don't you think that'd be all eccentric? Like if I remember on like MTV Cribs, I'd be like, come over to my really tiny apartment, and then I'd have like 8 sphinxes, like hairless cats right all over the place. Watch out, Jay-Z.
I want this cat that's a mix between a serval and a domestic cat, and pretty expensive. They get to be about 35 pounds. You do have to feed them meat and walk them, but I think that I'll feel more attached to it than just like a regular animal, because it'll be more wild. That's what I want, in case anyone wanted to know.
I actually was thinking about how I found these 2 sister Siamese cats that are up for adoption in Los Angeles, and then tonight, that sounds gay. Yeah, well, so I was thinking about how like for a couple months now I've been watching them, and so when I was just singing that song I was thinking about how I just saw a video before I came on stage of them. They haven't been adopted yet, and they're so beautiful, and somebody just left them on the street. Oh my god. They're beautiful Siamese sisters. I know, get them. Of course, you guys are going to tell me that. Who's going to take care of them when I'm on tour? Some volunteers.
They can stay at my house.
What? No. My cats work. Her cats are super snobby. I would never bring my cats around her cats.
Also, like, I was gonna say nothing. It's too deep. It's too meta.
Do it!
Starts to enter a weird territory, but I will say this, my cats barely like me. They're definitely not going to want to play with Tegan's cats. First of all, they're not going to understand that who Tegan is and what her cats mean to them in terms of...
This is what I was afraid of bringing up the cat thing. You should have just never asked me how I feel. I feel fine. I'm worried about the cats though.
There's so many cats. Don't you feel like you start to go down this hole?
Yes, it's so overwhelming. I just want to quit Tegan and Sara and like buy a huge piece of land and just move all the cats from the world onto it. And just like, and people are like, what did you do today? Like my mom calls and I'm like on a cordless phone because we don't have cell phones on my property, and I'm like, you're on this, I'm in a fantasy right now. Fake right now. And she's like, what'd you do today? And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. It's a 15-mile loop to like feed all the cats, you know, because it's just feeding stations. And I just spend the day, and my mom's like, oh, for sure, call me after you made dinner. It's plant-based and
also very gay. Okay, I don't normally talk before this song, but Tegan said she has to go do something, which is a step away from our normal programming, so I love it. I love it already. This next song was written... Oh, she's back. Lights down.
I just was checking to see if those cats are adopted yet. Or not.
In the press when people are like, tell us about some of your famous friends. I'm like, literally Sarah's the only famous person I know. It's true, the other day I said I think Tegan might legitimately be the most famous person I know. Like we've of course met. Yeah, we like met famous people, but like that's most famous people don't hang out with other famous people. I don't think we're famous. So Sarah's literally the most famous person I know. Yeah, I am. I'm very famous.
I know, yeah.
Or her cats. Like I get crazy about
what
the
a
cats.
great segue that I'm actually gonna. I got a lot of questions about Sarah's cats, but a question that I have for both of you: what would you do if Tegan? Imagine you had a cat and you loved it.
I can imagine.
What would you do if a woman that you were dating had an allergy to your cat?
Well, this has been a big thing, is that since Sarah connecting. Okay,
there we are back.
Since Sarah got Holiday and Mickey, a lot of people ask me if I have animals, and I say no. And then
Literally,
they say,
Abby wanted to know.
yeah, Abby, I hear you. A lot of people ask me that, and
Imagine Tegan had enough self-control to like just be like, yeah, I have a cat, but it's not worth.
Yeah.
I have a cat. It's just a
It's
normal
cute.
domestic American short hair.
I'm not gonna politicize my cat.
My
No,
cat's
I've always
fluid
wanted-
identity, and it doesn't want to have to define itself as a cat. So.
I've always wanted a cat. I've been in, a couple long relationships with people who didn't really like cats, so we didn't get a cat, and then have been most recently in more a transitional time in my phase where I'm a little less stable and a little more like moving around a lot, and so having a cat just didn't make a ton of sense. But Sarah and I are sharing the same city for the first time in many, many, many years, and so I got to take care of the cats a couple times and hang out with the cats, and I got to watch what having two very special cats have done to Sarah's life, and I feel like I'm ready to have a cat later in life, but maybe not right now.
I get it.
Can you ask Tegan if she's planning to get a cat soon?
Yes. Thank you for asking that question. Yeah, we just talked about it for like an hour because I got to.
Yes. Do you want to talk to them about a cat while I go get my cat?
Yes.
Great. I'm leaving you alone. Good
I'm
luck.
also just keep noticing how weird my hair looks. Sorry, guys.
I think you look great.
I did apply some effort to get ready for this, but I think I want to get a cat, but I feel okay. I just have to fix that, you guys. I feel like I really am ready. I feel like I've been waiting for a long time, but I didn't feel like I was responsible enough or I was home enough. But I really want to get a cat. But I think I want to get two because I want them to have each other. What do you guys think about that? Lots of yes.
You can't have this cat, but
who thinks that I should have this cat?
It's not fair.
Yeah,
you hold more influence than me.
I think I'm ready, and I just feel like, especially lately, I've just been really thinking I really want to adopt. Like, I want to go to a shelter and take a couple cats who don't have homes. I kind of want to maybe get an older cat too.
Yes, we almost got an older cat.
Like an older and then a younger cat that like cats, like each other. This is the cutest cat ever.
This is Sam.
Oh my god, look at these stripes, Sam.
Lots of hearts for you, Sam. Listen, she doesn't care about fans.
She's like, I don't give a shit.
Okay, say goodbye.
Oh my, you guys have no idea how cute this cat is in person. And couldn't give a
probably
shit.
Hang out with us on the bed now. Yep.
Oh yeah, this late. Look,
she's here. Yeah, but yeah. Last week she gave herself a bath for everybody. So, all right.
Yeah, I feel like I'm ready. So, if any of you guys follow us on social media, feel free to make suggestions about what kind of cat I can get or where I should adopt from. Just share with me what you want. Look.
Oh, cute.
She's so cute.
Which would you choose, to have a chocolate bar or a cat?
A cat.
I don't understand.
It's not that complicated of a question.
Like, you eat the chocolate bar, it's gone.
Yeah.
The cat will sit
just stays cute
unaffected forever. Okay, so a couple of people asked questions that were similar to this. Somebody said, what do you do to stay fit and keep looking young? Somebody said, I was wondering how, I'll sleep with this one. She doesn't take up a lot of room, but you know who does? My wife. But yeah, I think that I will see people in New York. I had a different routine. I would go, is she licking you?
She's licking me.
I would
more tattoos, do you think?
Somebody just asked you to choose between Sarah's two cats. What kind of a question is that? But you're like, I totally can.
I mean, Holiday is, was the firstborn, and so, I think everyone in the family feels a lot of affection. I do think Mickey is so sweet, and he can be really cuddly, which Holiday is not. So it would be tough. It would be a tough draw for me. It was my pleasure. I wish we'd got to spend more time with Sam.
I know. Should I go get her for our goodbye?
Yeah, let's get Sam.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see some of you next week. I'll be here talking about advice related to school or work on the 28th. And until then, I'll be here in bed with Sam and Tegan.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.